more you ride, the more you know the roads. There are roads you ride all the time, and there are roads you've never been on. Sometimes you want to try out a new road, but the more you ride, the more new roads keep getting farther and farther away. You might have to travel a long way to get to a new ride. Arizona State Route 188 was like that. I never had been on that road and I wanted to try it out. But to get to that ride, I would have to go 112 miles. 112 miles of roads I had ridden before. Once you get there, Route 188 is 60 miles long. At the north end, it starts at the junction of AZ Route 87 and Deer Creek Trailhead. 188 then runs southeast until it T-bones Route 60, where you'll find the town of Globe, just north of Claypool and east of Miami. This end of the road is also known as APACHE Trail. Along the way, 188 flows through the Tonto National Forest, then skims along the western edge of Roosevelt Lake mile after mile. The lake exists because of Roosevelt Dam, built as part of the Salt River Project. Next to the dam is Theodore Roosevelt Lake Bridge, built in 1992. In 95, along with other bridges such as the Brooklyn Bridge and Golden Gate Bridge, the Roosevelt Bridge was listed by the American Consulting Engineers Council as one of the top 12 bridges in the United States for its design. It holds the distinction of being the longest two-lane, single-span steel arch bridge in North America. Originally it was painted sky blue, but since then has turned white. Traffic travels 1,080 feet in lanes that are 150 feet above the lake, and the top of the bridge's arch is 300 feet above the water. Before the bridge existed, road traffic used to travel across the dam itself, which was built to handle the width of 2 Ford Model T automobiles. But as vehicles got wider, the dam could only support one-way traffic until the new bridge opened. The steel to build the bridge came from Boston, but not directly. When Boston tore down its Washington Street elevated roadway in '87, they shipped the steel to Japan, where it was melted down and then shipped back to the U.S. as building materials. Those materials became the Roosevelt Bridge. Route 188 meanders through wide open country with mountain vistas. There are smooth straightaways and lots of beautiful long sweepers. No hairpin curves here. Along the way, little places zoom by. Places like Jake's Corner and Pumpkin Center. There's RV parks and campgrounds, day-use areas and picnic sites. You'll find trailheads and horse camps and boat ramps. At the lake, there's a marina with floating docks for boats. It all winds down to the little mining town of Globe. The Apaches called this area Beshbagawa, which translates place of metal. From 2008 to 2011, the Arizona Eastern Railway ran weekend excursion service under the name Copper Spike, shuttling passengers from Globe to the Apache Gold Hotel Casino near San Carlos. Trains operated 4 daily round trips on Thursdays through Sundays, autumn through spring. But in 2011, the Copper Spike excursions were discontinued. In 1875, prospectors found silver in the San Carlos Apache Reservation, including an unusual globe-shaped silver nugget. Some say that's where the name Globe originated. In just 4 years, the silver began to run out, but by then copper deposits were being discovered. In the 1900s, the Old Dominion Copper Company in Globe ranked as one of the world's richest. The Old Dominion closed in 1931, and mining operations moved to nearby Miami. The area around Globe used to be inhabited by the Salado culture. They were farmers, hunters, cliff dwellers who thrived in the area for about 400 years, from 1100 to 1500. The Salt River flows through the Tonto Basin, which provided the Salado with enough water to support agriculture and animal populations. In the 1300s, the climate changed and the valley became more arid and water tables dropped, making life more difficult for the Salado people. Today, there's a variety of flora and fauna in the basin and up in the surrounding hills and mountains, including mesquite, Arizona walnut, sycamore trees, saguaro, cholla, prickly pear, agave, and jojoba cactus and succulents, oak, juniper, pinyon, and ponderosa pine trees, and deer, rabbit, quail, and other such wildlife. There's also been human wildlife around the globe. Over the years, a diverse collection of people have had connection to the little town. There was Big Nose Kate, an Old West prostitute and eventual wife of Doc Holliday. And yes, she saw the shootout at the OK Corral. There was George Hunt, the first governor of Arizona, and Rose Mofford, Arizona's first female governor, and Sarah Soren, Arizona's first female attorney. There's Linda Carter, the actress, and Anton LaVey, the Satanist. There's also a pilot from World War II, an Olympic archer, a #1 woman tennis player, a Major League Baseball pitcher, and even one of the hostages of the U.S. Embassy crisis in Iran. It's amazing going on rides and knowing some of the history of the places you're traveling through. It doesn't have to be a big place to have a long history. I will have traveled 230 miles round trip just so I could do 120 miles round trip on 188. That's 350 miles total for the day. Now that I've gone on a ride on AZ-188, it's a road that gets added to the roads I know. Never again will there be that first-time mystery and excitement about what that road is like on a bike. If I want that feeling again, next time I'm going to have to go even farther. It never ends. I guess that's what it's like to catch the touring motorcycle bug. Chasing the next new thing is contagious. What will be the next new road I'll have to do? And the process never ends. There are more roads in the world than I'll ever be able to try out. I won't live long enough to sample even a sizable fraction of them. Some people give up trying. They're content to watch videos of other people doing a Nome, Alaska to Patagonia ride. These video channels are very popular. They have millions of subscribers. It goes to show there's a yearning to get out there, even vicariously, and try those roads you've never been on before. I watch those channels too. So far I tried to see them as an inspiration and not a substitute. I still have many new roads in me. I just have to accept that each new road will be farther away, and I'll have to go a longer and longer way to get there. One more thing before I shut up. When you ride a new road, don't forget to ride both ways on that road. There are always two roads in every new road. Each direction is a new experience. When you go back, the downhills are now uphills. Uphills now go down. Curves to the right now curve left. The left ones now curve right. The scenery that was behind you is now in front of you. The time of day, and so sunlight and shadows will be different. If you're going to do a new road, it's not really done until you've had it both ways. Well, I guess it's time to find a new road.